Joe Biden is pulling a tremendously awful political stunt. He is trying to look you in the eye and tell you what you know to be true, that we are hurting economically, that we are in a recession is not actually true. And this is not some inference that I'm making. I'm not trying to put words in Joe Biden's mouth. Someone is putting words in Joe Biden's mouth. We know that, and it's not really Joe Biden's mind that's doing that. This is what he said.
Let me speak to one other issue, the GDP, and whether or not we are in a recession. Both Chairman Powell and many of the significant banking personnel and economists say we're not in a recession.
Who are significant banking personnel? This is like the worst version of the experts. Significant banking personnel? Are you kidding me? That's not even, I mean, we're obviously in a recession. This is his effort to tell us that something that's blue is not blue, that it's red, just because he says it is, that we're not supposed to believe our lying eyes here. Obviously it's a recession. He actually doubled down at the end of the speech. I don't want to subject you to all of it because I don't want to sport with your intelligence, as Jane Austen so aptly wrote in Pride and Prejudice. But at the end of his speech, he had given this laundry list of excuses about why he thinks that the economy is actually thriving, even as we are struggling to make ends meet and put food on our table and pay for gas at the pump. And this is what he said.
Doesn't sound like a recession to me. Thank you very much. That doesn't sound like a recession to me. Thank you very much.
Okay, so notice the contradiction here. In the beginning of the speech, he completely deflected blame for this and said, well, Chairman Powell, and important banking personnel, whoever the heck that might mean, they don't think it's a recession. And at the end, he goes, but it doesn't sound like a recession to me. Here's what I will say to him. It doesn't, you don't have to be a biologist to understand that this is a recession. All you have to do is recognize a very simple, rudimentary, elementary economic concept. And that is, if you have 2 consecutive quarters of negative economic growth, meaning if GDP doesn't expand, if it contracts 2 quarters in a row, then that is considered a recession.